All right, everybody, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh, TK Profit, we back again. We're about to trade live during this London session we got on last night at 8 o'clock. Sunday night, we did a charter session at 8. We're about to hop back on and pretty much execute the Forex pairs that we took a look at yesterday. All right, let's get started. Okay. We looked at gold during our live charting session, and what we were looking at on gold is to see the reaction in price inside of this zone after the 200 EMA gets closer. On the 4 hour, it looks like we created a new high, but let's see what happened at the highs here in between this area. So what we'll do on gold is just wait a second. Like I said, we're in the 4 hour candlestick right now. We have a 1 hour and 24 minutes before this candle closes. The potential setups on this on this trade, we were looking at a possible rejection in this area underneath that 200 EMA, or we were looking for a potential break at this area, followed by a retest. We'll enter in on this buy setup and then catch it to the upside. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. So again, that's what we're looking at as far as gold. Let's see if we have anything on a smaller time frame. On a smaller time frame, on an hour, Looks like price broke above our 200-day EMA. On a 30-minute, you got a golden cross right here. So the chance of seeing this move is possible. So just broke the 200 on the 1 hour. Right underneath it on the 2 hour. Golden cross on the 1 hour, 30-minute, and 15-minute. So let's just wait and see. On the 4 hour, we still have price underneath the EMA. So mainly we'll watch this one. Because you could get a short-term run to retest this area. Yeah, which is, 50 pips. That's a decent move. But it could retest all of this zone and still fall beneath it. So instead of getting this short-term move, we'll wait on more of a major move. So we'll wait on either a break above here, like I said, in the close, because on this smaller time frame it looks like it's printing a bull flag. So we're looking for buyers after the retest if we get a break above. And if price continues to go down, then that's also fine. With oil, I'm actually looking for oil to come back and retest this 50 fib. So let's see what happens with it. We don't really have any major news during the London session. Looks like we got some news coming out during the Aussie session with the AUD pairs. No real news coming out during New York session either. So this day could be a little choppy. Looks like a potential flag on pound AUD. So we had a rejection at this structural level here. Now, based off of this rejection at the structural level here, the chances of you breaking the lows to retest this area, the chance is high for that to happen, because in the last move up we failed to create a higher high. We actually made a lower low than this previous low here. So it would not be far-fetched to expect move to give us a lower low, retesting the 2.36 level on our field. And if that happens, price could still be in a position. So what we will do is play the chances of this thing being a bear flag. We also have excuse me, we also have a little microstructural level down here. Oh no, that's a lot of structure in here. Okay, so yeah, this is a major level here. So pretty much we had a break in structure right here at this point. After that break in structure, you get a retest of the low here, and now we get a pullback to retest it. That's falling underneath the 20-day EMA and our the 20-day and the 200-day EMA. We got a wick that shot above it and pretty much pulled back, and it's now trading beneath this structural level. So depending on what happens, we could be looking at let's see, one thing before I go to that. Yeah, we got these we got all of these relatively equal lows down here. It's a great chance we can come down here and break beneath those. Okay, we just wicked above and hit the 50 EMA. Just rejected off of the 200-day EMA. also see this move as well. We just got that break above and that retest on the 30-minute. But let's wait and see. Because if this candle closes as a shooting star, that is a stick figure. Oh man, that was just terrible. But anyway, if this candle closes as a shooting star, looking like this, and we get a close to happen underneath it, we could be looking at a rejection right here in this area, and that would pretty much give us an extra confirmation on that sale if that were to happen. So let's just see. Let me get rid of my stick figures. We'll see what happens here. But as of right now, I think it would be safe for us to wait. On the 15-minute, if you get that close below, it will print more of a double top. So we don't have any news really going on in this London session, so things are moving a little slow right now. So we are going to set an alert here. No need to stick around too long. What is this? Okay, right here. We're gonna wait on the retest. Enter in on the sale. I'm sorry. Wait on the retest to enter in on the buy. Okay, 9 more minutes in this 15-minute candle. On the 5-minute, the thing that I described earlier, which was price creating a shooting star and closing beneath, that's actually what happened on the 5-minute, but it is a smaller time frame. So I try not to get excited when I see stuff like this on the smaller time frame as far as reversal patterns, because in most cases they're often short-lived. So what I do instead is wait for something to show up on a higher time frame. We'll wait on something to print on a higher time frame before we make a move with this. Let's take a look at another AUD pair. We actually haven't traded EA in a while. So let me clean this stuff up. Okay, so price came back to retest the lows here but failed to break this area here. If price comes back to retest this level, it's a good chance this thing could take off, moving to the downside. So let's see. Pretty much just a quick look. What we had to happen was price gave you lower highs, consistent lower highs. Here price pulled back to retest, but it retested the right shoulder of this head and shoulders pattern. Okay, let me clean that up so you can see it a little more. So we have this head and shoulders pattern, and right here in the right shoulder, price pulled back to retest it before going on the sale. Now, as of right now, I really don't see anything significant underneath this level that will just take this thing, on a crazy move to the upside. So I really believe we should watch to see if this sale continues. We'll have to see what happens in the news to determine that next move. Because on the monthly, we got a wick to come up to retest the highs here. Everything on a higher time frame looks more bearish. So boom, this entry was kissed by this wick. Mwah. Hello, profit. And then you have the lows here. If we just so happen to see where we are in our field, we may be close to the 50 as far as the macro move. Okay, that's exactly where we are. That's what you call screen time practice. I got an eyeball Fibonacci. My eyeball field. Okay, so we are trading right above the 50. And we had another rejection here. So again, the chances of seeing this move as of right now are highly likely. So I think I'm gonna look for the play to the downside on EA. With an aggressive entry, that's what you could be looking at as far as an aggressive entry from a higher time frame. But I am going to dive in a little deeper to see more so what's happening right now, and if there's a way we can get into this setup tonight. Okay, cool. We could also see, I did not notice, 786 falls right on this little move right here. We could also just see a move down to retest the 786. But if that level is broken, we will see this area retested. As far as the possible target areas, I have a TP at the Lowe's. Another TP if we get a break of the 618. Right at the Lowe's. We can actually bring this one down just a tad. Hold on. Cool. The next one here. TP3 just so happened to fall on this strong structural level here. This is a level price broke above to give us a fake looking like it was going to make a strong move to the upside before printing that head and shoulders pattern that looks like it could send us back on, excuse me, a downtrend. So just judging the chart based off of what we see. Okay, we got an alert on pound AUD. We'll see what's going on. Judging the charts based off of what we see, we are still creating lower highs. This was a higher high, but it rejected here, creating another lower high. Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna break. Looks like we got a bear flag on this side. So if price continues to fall from here, there would be that would be considered a bear flag on this side. All right, so yeah, I think we're gonna take this setup. We're gonna wait a little longer to get a confirmation after a break, and we are going to see if we can enter in this sale. So let's head back over to Okay, now let's see what happened with this alert pound AUD. Okay. So on the 15-minute, price did give us that double top. Now we're getting a retest. So we can enter here. What time frame is that? The 15-minute? No, let's wait on this 30-minute instead of that 15-minute, because on the 30-minute you can still get this move. Boom, boom. So we will wait. What time is it? 4. Okay, here is the shooting star that I was referring to earlier. This very well could be a nice 15-minute entry for a sale. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Sale. So we're gonna go ahead and send out this setup for everybody to get prepared. Oh, okay. I'm like, where is the risk reward to? I put that on the other trade. I'm going crazy. All right. So let me add one here for our sale. If you find in trade setups that you don't define your risk reward on, then you should not take them. I'm going to take my fear from the swing lows here to the swing high. Yeah, so if we don't get that rejection at that 618 level, we could see a dip further. Where's this macro fib from? On the monthly, I'm gonna hurry up and get off of it because it's extremely ugly. But we have price contracting here, so we will have a major move soon. I kind of like to see the lows retested, then maybe a test of this level before deciding what happens. Pretty much just a little more playing around in here. Um, but pretty much what I was saying was I'd like to see this and the retest here before we see maybe that, or so let's see. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna watch this setup. So far, I think I like this sale. Yeah, I think I like this sale. If we break this structural level, we could see price moving back to the upside. But as of right now, this thing looks like uh, a rising wedge, which is a bear flag. So now we got a tighter stop loss. Will you be risking about 30 pips for a possible 694 pips? Yeah. Yeah, this area would tell it all right here. So we will, like I said, wait on this confirmation on the 15 minute. Like I said, we have that double top, and price is pulling back to retest it at this moment. So we'll see what happens right here. The price continues to reject. Price continues to reject, and we could see that sell that we're looking for. So we got less than 20 minutes left. This is what we'll do, you guys. I gotta get off at 4:30. What you guys should do is pay close attention to this. Watch the close of the next few candles. If you get a move where it's continuing down after this pullback and retest of this shoulder of this double top, then we will see this move and possibly break the lows and continue to go. But I don't like entering in trades prematurely. I like to see the close of the candles to make sure that we are headed in the right direction. Like with this, for instance, if you would have entered early, you know, you still have price wicking above, but at the end of this close, as long as we close underneath here, then that'll make me feel more comfortable about this setup. Being multiple rejections on the 5 minute. But this could very well be a bull flag, and that's why you take your time, because the shorter time frames could be showing you um, bearish reversals, but break the highs to give you another bull flag. So that's why practicing patience is key while trading. That's what we want to see. All right, you guys. So on the 5 minute, the 5 or the 15 minute, you can monitor pound AUD to see what happens right here at this structural level. If we continue to trade beneath it, this sell will remain valid, and we could look to take advantage on that. The stop loss will be slightly above the highs. I'm only going to risk 30 pips in this setup if we get that close below. If some of you guys like aggressive entries, then yours will be a little different, but I'm waiting. Like I said, for this close beneath, and for price to trade beneath this level before we make a decision. As of right now, we don't have that, so we'll come back during New York session to see what happens. We pretty much got all our alerts set up. We got an idea of what could happen if price breaks out to either side. So what we will do is just wait and execute. That way we don't have to worry about overthinking. We'll let the trades come to us. All right, you guys. Let's see what else. Let's see. Okay, we have gold continuing to reject. See how that plays out. There's that. Okay, we looked at in the charting session earlier, we looked at this being a potential bull flag on NASDAQ 100, and we were waiting on a break of the, excuse me, we're waiting on the break of this trend line, the top part of this bull flag, and after that we're waiting on a retest. So if price happens to pull back at this area and maybe retest this 50, that will be a retest of this area, and it would also be a nice entry for the buy if you get a pullback to this. What we will look at is entering in off of the break and retest. Let's just say, we get another bull flag. Snap, pop, We'll wait on a retest, and we'll take it to the highs. But hopefully, we get another rejection in this area and we pull back to the 50, which will give us a much better entry. Boom. Boom. So yeah, that'll be a real clean entry if that was to happen. So let's just see. If not, we'll be waiting for a break and a retest above here, and the stop loss will be slightly below structure. So either way, it's a nice setup, but we'll just be patient to determine which one we'll choose from based on what the market tells us. That's where a lot of traders get wrong. You think your analytics or your skills as a trader dictate the market. It doesn't. The market don't give a shit about how well you chart or what you think is actually going to happen. So that's why you have to remain objective. Remain objective to be consistent with your profits. All right, you guys. We are done charting for the night. Everything is moving pretty slow. So, I'd like to tell you guys, you didn't learn how to trade to spend all of your time looking at charts. Whatever you can't do in an hour needs to be done later. That is the way that you take advantage of your time with the charts and to take your freedom in your own hand. If you end up obsessing over the charts and you become a slave to the screen, then you defeated the purpose of learning this skill. We learn this skill to take control and gain time freedom so you can actually enjoy yourself. So I would hate for you to become a trader and become a zombie to the screen. Get out of in front of your computer and let your trades work. Be diligent with your trading strategy. So if you're in profit, protect your investment. Make sure you got risk-free trades. If not, properly leverage your trades or your investment. So if you lose, you don't blow your account. All right. Thank you guys for your time. You're one trade away from living while fight to stay the same. TK Profit. You can follow me at TK Profit _ on IG. It's pretty much the same thing on all platforms, Facebook and TikTok. And thank you guys for your time. Like and subscribe to the video. You guys have a blessed day. Be safe.